RMC walked ahead with a calm demeanor, the elf leading the way through a place teeming with life. The surroundings were filled with numerous spiritual animals, their presence emanating an aura of extraordinary power. The atmosphere was thick, with energy, hinting that this was no ordinary location. As they moved deeper, the elf suddenly broke the silence, casually saying, "You consumed the primordial first fruit and still managed to survive all the trials. In over 1,000 years, you are the most qualified person I've ever seen to obtain it, bar none." RMC followed quietly, observing the lush environment around him. The ground beneath them shimmered softly, and the air was filled with the calls of various spiritual beast-steegers with shimmering fur, phoenixes soaring overhead, and jade-like dragons curling around ancient trees. It was clear this was a place of immense significance. Suddenly, they arrived at a spot where a brilliant, blinding light suddenly spilled over RMC's face. He instinctively raised his hand to shield his eyes, utterly astonished by the radiance. The light seemed to pulse with divine energy, illuminating everything around him. The elf, noticing his reaction, calmly said, "This is what you wanted. As for whether you can obtain it or not, that depends on your luck." He paused, then continued, "As this place begins to shine brightly for the trial." At that moment, RMC suddenly felt a surge of power coursing through his body again. His senses sharpened, and he could feel the attributes and skill seals that had previously held him back, lifting away. "My attributes and skill seals have been lifted," he thought. "The attribute points I gained in the ancestral grounds, they've all been added to my original four-dimensional attributes." Almost instantly, a notification appeared before him, revealing the results. "Your four-dimensional attributes have increased by 16,000. Your life force has also increased by 30%. Simultaneously, from the radiant light, a majestic object floated upward, the creation scepter. Its surface shimmered with an otherworldly glow, radiating a unique, divine energy that seemed to pulse in harmony with the very universe. Suddenly, the crystal embedded in the elf's forehead began to crack and shatter into tiny fragments. These shards moved on their own accord, slowly converging toward the floating scepter and merging seamlessly into it. The elf, witnessing this, immediately fell to his knees, lowering his forehead to the ground in deep respect. Right in front of him stood RMC, holding the now glowing creation scepter. As the crystal fragments fused into the scepter, a new notification flashed. "This is the scepter of creation. Its core is damaged. It is a mythical weapon. All attributes, 40,000, usable only above level. 90 skills, light of life fully heals. Any target, light of destruction deals a fatal blow to the target." RMC watched the process with intense focus. When he saw the scepter's attributes, his eyes widened in shock. "It's no longer a fake core," he murmured. "It has transformed into a damaged core state. That confirms my theory. The ancestral ground of creation is truly connected to the scepter of creation. If I can repair the core, it'll return to being a true mythical grade weapon." He quickly reached out and grasped the scepter. His gaze shifted to the elf, still kneeling with his forehead on the ground. "What happened to you? Why are you doing this?" RMC asked. Without raising his head, the elf answered humbly, "This humble servant greets his master. The one who possesses the scepter of creation is my master." RMC's brow furrowed. "You recognize the scepter of creation?" The elf smiled gently, eyes gleaming with reverence. "Yes, master. I have been searching for the successor of light all this time. When I met you, I knew you possessed the scepter of creation. You have the potential to become the next god of life." Hearing this, RMC looked at the scepter in his hand, conflicted. "But I'm human. I never planned to become some god of life." He sensed the immense power within the artifact, but a part of him hesitated. "I've claimed my reward," he thought, "and it's time to go." Without hesitation, RMC turned and quietly teleported away. The moment he stepped through the portal, Ningyi caught sight of him and rushed forward with joy, throwing her arms around him tightly. RMC smiled warmly, embracing her affectionately. Just then, Ning Terran arrived and asked directly, "You little rascal, so how did it go? Did you get what you were after?" RMC gave a relaxed smile. "I guess you could say I did." The scene then shifted to Bai's courtyard, where RMC began recounting his adventure inside the ancestral grounds. "My four-dimensional attributes increased by 12,000 points each," he said, "and my health has increased by 30% as well." Hearing this, the three seniors present immediately lit up with excitement. Bai was the first to laugh, clapping RMC on the shoulder. "Good kid," he chuckled. "Your attributes might be double that of someone in your class and level." Yan Kuang, sitting nearby, leaned forward curiously. "Lin kid, what are your current stats?" "Exactly," RMC immediately revealed his stats. Level 45 strength, 40,055 agility, 40,055 constitution, 40,055 spirit, 83,110. As soon as Yan Kuang saw the numbers, his expression tightened. Good heavens. A typical mid-tier legendary class, at level 45, barely exceeds 80,000 in total stats. But you're over 100,000 higher. Your strength alone surpasses that of many warriors. Are you still a mage? He burst into laughter again, shaking his head. I can't wait for you to reach the god tier. Then we'll charge straight into the abyss and give those demon bastards hell. Ming, turning serious, added with a grim tone, but the Jew family and the Demon Worship Society's activities are increasing. More and more big fish are surfacing. It's about time for a reckoning. Do they really think that infiltrating all the major forces makes them untouchable? While they discussed, suddenly, the device strapped to RMC's wrist vibrated sharply. He quickly activated the incoming call. It was from the girl from the dungeon. She immediately greeted over the call. Junior, Lin, do you have some time? Seeing RMC talking, the girl smiled and teasingly said, You bastard, you're so damn lucky with girls. RMC kept a straight face, pretending innocence. Teacher, what are you talking about? He asked. She grinned and replied, All right, go on, get busy. Your teacher has his own matters to handle. RMC nodded and said, Okay, then ended the call and walked away. As he left, Bai turned to Mang and said, Give me that list. It's been a long time. Bai's expression changed drastically as he read the list. His eyes became bloodshot, veins bulging in anger. Whatever was written on that list had enraged him deeply. He slowly rose to his feet, trying to compose himself. Mang stood beside him, his voice cold. It's time to act. We've waited long enough. The scene then shifted to Fort Number 9, where a massive, ominous eye silently monitored the region. Suddenly, the Zancha Tower, also known as the Demon-Slaying Tower, appeared ominously in the sky above the fort. Its emergence caused the entire area to tremble. The fort's protective shield activated automatically, shimmering with divine energy. Inside, chaos erupted as the soldiers and officials looked up in fear. The appearance of the tower was a sign of impending disaster. Someone stormed in, shouting angrily, By Yuan Mang Anwen, have you completely lost your mind? What are you doing, bringing the Zancha Tower here? Another voice quickly followed. Why have you brought the demon-slaying tower to Fort 9? At that moment, three formidable figures arrived, each radiating intense energy. Wang Glin, level 92, Divine Warrior, 3-star Divine Knight Twang, level 92, Divine Warrior, 3-star Divine General Zushai, level 93, Divine Mage, 4-star Divine General. Their presence immediately heightened the tension. The sudden appearance of Bai Yuan Mang in the tower was enough to threaten the entire region's stability. Bai Yuan Mang, standing tall and unyielding, retorted sharply. What? Has it been so long since I came to Fort 9 that you've all forgotten what I'm capable of? Senior Mang, holding a list of names, declared coldly, The people whose names I call, hand them over. Panic spread among the gathered crowd. A trembling man asked loudly, Are you saying there's a traitor among us? Another challenged, Where's your proof? Bai Yuan Mang's eyes flashed with fury. My word is evidence enough. I will kill now. See who dares stop me. The warriors, sensing the terrifying power radiating from him, felt their fear grow. They dared not speak, sweat dripping down their faces. From the swirling darkness at the core of the fort's ominous eye, a figure stepped into view. Ye Hao Yaha, level 95, 5-star general, calm and composed. He spoke in a steady voice, Bai Yuan Mang, there's no need to be so aggressive. Since you've come here personally, I assume you have solid evidence. Let's handle this calmly. And with this, the chapter ends. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment. It helps boost my videos. Even an emoji would do. Thanks.